Hi everyone, welcome to North Jersey Living. I'm Ross Hyman. Today we're going to be looking at South Orange, New Jersey. This is a great town. We're going to tell you about the history, we're going to tell you about the activities in the area, we're going to show you some homes, one at the medium price point, one above and one below. We're excited to share this with you. Right now we're standing in the train station so you can see the town behind us, and we're going to take you through the town. We're going to drive around and show you some of the attractions. Now, before we get to that, if you like this video, if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. Or if you want to reach out to Greg and myself about listing your home in this area or about buying a home in this area, please feel free to contact us. Our information is below. Let's get to it. Okay, so South Orange is a small town. It's about 3 square miles. There's about 18,000 residents here. The town itself borders the South Mountain Reservation, which is a 660-foot high mountain in the area. Well known, it was a reservation for the Lenni Lenape Native Americans, and that park, that reservation, is technically in the towns of neighboring towns of Millburn, West Orange, and Maplewood. So South Orange borders it on the west side of South Orange. It borders the east side of that reservation. Now, this town is a New York City commuter town. It's approximately 16 miles west of New York City. There are 2 trains that go into the city. We're standing in one of them. This is the Sloane Street station, which is the downtown area of South Orange. And you can hear the train conductor calling out now. But there is another train station. It's very convenient for New York City commuters. And there's also even some buses that go to New York City. So a lot of people commute in and out of South Orange to New York City. There's also a few major highways in the area. You've got Route 78, Route 280, and you've got the Garden State Parkway. So it's very accessible to other areas around it, and to the city, to Brooklyn, to Queens. You can get to all those places from here, or of course you can go west and south. You can go to Pennsylvania or north to New York State. South Orange was originally part of Newark, which was the land that was purchased from the Lenni Lenape Native Americans all the way back in 1666. Now, the village of South Orange, as it's called, South Orange Village, was part of South Orange Township. That ultimately split off from Newark, and South Orange Township became Maplewood. Eventually, South Orange Village split from Maplewood, and now it is standing on its own as a township, because in 1978 there was an initiative where the federal government was going to give funding to townships and municipalities, and like a lot of New Jersey towns or villages, as they were, they split off and became official townships to get federal funding so that they could get more money per capita. So that's how ultimately it went from being part of Newark to being part of Maplewood, and now it stands on its own as it's called might get this wrong, the Village of South Orange Township, or the South Orange Village Township, one of those things, but it's ultimately its own township now. The government is actually a village government, which is very unusual. There's not many of those around anymore. So it's run by a council, a board of trustees, a board of trustees, and a president that are all elected by the residents. So you've got 6 board of trustees members, and from that group they elect a president, and that's how the village or township is governed. So it's an unusual circumstance, and one that you don't see a lot in New Jersey, much less in the rest of the United States. Most people ask about the schools, so I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the schools. First of all, the township, the village actually shares its school system with Maplewood, the neighboring town, which it used to be a part of. So it is a shared school system. There is a high school, there is 2 middle schools, there are 6 elementary schools, and there's 1 preschool. There are also some specialty schools in the area. There's a STEM school, and then there is a Catholic school called Our Lady of Sorrows. Now, the biggest school that we have in the area is Seton Hall University, which is a Division I basketball school. You may have heard of Seton Hall because of their championship basketball team. But overall, the school system here is very highly rated, well ranked. If you look at niche.com, The public schools in particular are rated overall an A-, so they're very well regarded. So that's the schools. Now, in terms of activities, the town, the village itself, I keep calling it a town, it is a town, but they call it a village, has what's called SOPAC, which is the South Orange Performing Arts Center. And SOPAC is a 439-seat theater that has feature acts that are comedians, it has musical acts, it's got, what else, dance acts that perform there. It's a nice, small, regional theater that, you know, if you're not ready to step up to one of the bigger arenas that seats thousands of people, it's a perfect location, just under 500 seats. Now, that's available here. You've also got there's a municipal pool in this town, so you've got resources for the family, for entertainment, for culture, and so forth. Now, ultimately, what we're here for is we're going to show you around the town, and we're going to share with you what the homes look like here. We're going to show you examples of these homes. We have 3 homes picked out for you, which are really amazing, and you're going to be impressed with the architecture that's in this area. It is really beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful areas for architecture that I've seen, and I've lived in a lot of places, including Chicago and Philadelphia, where they're known for their architecture. But we picked out 3 houses that are very unique, each one on its own, and the price range is great. It goes from 500 to 5-something to, I think, 1.7, almost $1.7 million. So I'm excited to share that with you. Before we do, I have a couple other details to tell you, just unique things about the town. One of them is the fact that there are 1,400 gas lamps in this town, which you don't see in many parts of the country, much less parts of New Jersey. But ultimately, if you saw our Glenridge video, Glenridge has, I think, about 340 gas lamps. South Orange has 1,400 gas lamps, which is unbelievable. Cool feature of the town that gives you some nostalgia and history. It adds a lot of character as well. So let's take a look at those houses, and please stick with us, all right? We're here at the first house. Now, this house is on a little bit of a busy road. You may hear some traffic going by. My apologies if you do. We'll try and keep the volume high enough so that you can hear us. Now, this house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath colonial, and it's listed for $529,000. It is not completely renovated. It was built in 1920. It was partially renovated in 2017, but it still needs a kitchen. The attic is unfinished. The basement is renovated. So it's a mix of renovated and not renovated. And so that's probably one of the reasons why the price is $529,000, not to mention the fact that it's on this busy road. Now, it has a 1-car garage. It's a detached garage, and it's got parking for another couple of cars. So it's got everything you need. It's a perfect starter home, really. It gives you a chance to move in and fix up the house as you're living here. You could move in as is. It's still got a lot of the original details, the solid wood doors. It's got all the original moldings, and you know, it's a nice looking house. It looks clean. It looks well maintained on the inside. I've seen the inside of it. I will say that on a dollar per foot basis, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's 1,070 square feet. So it's a very small house. So on a per square foot basis, it's $464 a square foot. And you're going to see the homes that we show you after this, they're beautiful homes. They're much bigger homes, and on a per square foot basis, they are lower. So this has actually been on the market for 2 weeks, which would be very unusual at this price point. One of the reasons is probably because it's on a per square foot basis, it's priced relatively high. The next 2 homes are going to be in the 300s for price per square foot. So the home itself is a good value in terms of getting in to a home for under $600,000, which is hard to find in South Orange, but it's relatively high for the amount of home that you get at 1070 square feet. So that's it for this house. You can hear it's really noisy around here. We're going to move on to the next house. But if you like this video, if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. Or if you want to reach Greg or myself to list your home or to find a home in northern New Jersey, please feel free to contact us. Our information is below. Thanks. Here we are at the second house. Now it's called the Colonials section of South Orange. It's very close to downtown. When we're showing you that footage of the shops, that's the downtown area and the train station, of course. So it's very conveniently located. This house is actually it recently sold for about $1.05 million, which is the right around the median price point for this area. So I wanted you to see an example of a house that sold for around the median price point, because this house was listed, I believe, in the 800s, and it sold for $1.05 million. So you can see how much over asking a lot of these houses go for. The obvious reason for this one is this is a beautiful Victorian home. It's a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath. It's got it's got gas-fired hot water heat. It's got window air conditionings, and I wanted to bring up the window air conditioning because the last house, which I didn't mention, also has window air conditioning. These houses were built a long time ago. This one built in 1900, and you'll see that frequently where it's not necessarily upgraded to HVAC. But everything else in this house has been done. So you've got a finished attic, you've got finished basement, you've got wood-burning fireplace. There's all the original details, the original wood floors. There's a deck off the back, a 2-car detached garage. It's really a beautiful home, and you can see just by looking at it, it's been well maintained. Now, one other thing that I didn't mention at the last house that I want to mention for this house too is the taxes. That house that we just saw, taxes were around $9,500, which is very reasonable for New Jersey, for North Jersey especially. These taxes are around $21,000, which is more of what you'd expect, especially for $1 million home. So I think that the other home, once it's bought and renovated, the taxes will go up a little bit, but this is what you'd expect at this price point. Now, we're going to take a look at the next house. There's a lot to see. Before I do, actually, let me just remember one more thing. I just wanted to reference the price per square foot. So this is a 2,980 square foot house. So at that price point of $1.05 million, it's about $352 a square foot. So again, for comparison, that other one was in the 4s, this one's in the mid 3s. The next one you're going to see, even though it's a bigger and more expensive house, the price point currently is in the low 3s. So oddly, it's defying what we usually see in some of the neighborhoods. Like we've shown you in the Glenridge video. The Glenridge price points went up per square foot. Here, for some reason, they're going down. Can't explain it, but that's what's happening here. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong. Beautiful homes, beautiful neighborhood, lots to offer here. Let's take a look at that next house. We're here at our third home, and this one is a beauty. This is a Victorian in the Montrose section of South Orange. This area is known for its Victorian and Tudor and historic homes. This house is listed for $1.645 million, so just over $1.6 million. It is 5,472 square feet. It is an 8-bedroom, 3.5 bath home with 2 garages. One of the garages is a 2-car garage. The other garage can be used as an artist's studio. It's got a library. It's got a formal living room, and it's got another living room as well. It's got all the original details. This house even has dual heating systems. It's got electric and gas heating systems, and it's got 3 cooling systems. They have thought of everything in this home, and it has maintained its original character. It is stunning. I actually think that this house could sell for a lot more if they find the right buyer. Now, on a per square foot, on a dollar per foot basis, it's only listed at $300 per square foot because it's a 5,472 square foot home. It's an amazing value for the money, to be honest with you. And I mean, you could just look. We'll try to take some footage here to show you all the details, as much details as we can. But I think that this is a great example of a beautiful historic Victorian in the Montrose section of South Orange. Now, the taxes are the one thing that are going to trip you up in this place. Currently, the taxes stand at almost $42,000 a year. So compare that to the last property, which the taxes were around $21,000, and before that they were around $9,500 for the first property. It's a big tax bill, but look at what you're getting. And this is a truly unique property, not only in New Jersey, but nationally. I've never seen a house like this. It's stunning. Glasswork, woodwork, the details of the original shingles, and the landscaping. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. So we hope you like this. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Or if you want to talk to Greg or myself about moving to North Jersey or about selling your home, listing it in North Jersey, please give us a call. Our contact information is below. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.